So I'm going to show you a couple of things. Through the week, what I have done is I went minimally shopping for props and for a background. It turned out okay. I only got a background, but I'm going to show you what I have used for minimal props. I'm going to show you 2 of the 3 that I go to every single day as rewards and as props. And then I'm going to show you a couple of different ideas of when I was shopping, what maybe you could have picked up and used. Now, total disclaimer, I am a minimalist. You may be like, yuck, I will never do that. I will never be able to be that much of a minimalist. Or you may be, she's not a minimalist. I have a whiteboard, a pen, and a white wall, right? So there are varieties of ways that you can consider yourself a minimalist. So I don't want to get really trapped up in that. What I really want to talk about is living a more simpler life, teaching in a more simpler way. And I found that as I get older, I don't need as much stuff. So I'm starting to rely a little bit more on myself and on less props, less background, more quality. And I'm not saying that more props are less quality. What I'm saying is, for me, it is more confusing for me, more stressful for me. And in order to be a really good teacher, I need to be like centered and stress-free as possible, and feel like it's going to be able to be organized at 4 o'clock in the morning or at 6 o'clock in the morning when I am teaching. So let's get started. First, we're gonna go to Volunteers of America. I have to say that I love shopping at Volunteers of America because in Lansing, they have really good deals. They're very, very, very inexpensive. And every penny that you spend goes to the community in the Lansing, Michigan area. So I don't feel bad buying something. And then I also don't feel bad if it didn't work out, that you can't return it, but that you redonate it. Every time I go, I try to pull something from the house and donate it back. So let's take a look and see what I found at Volunteers of America. So I am back from the secondhand shop, and I didn't find any clothes, although there are tons of things. Sometimes you do really well, sometimes I don't do well. But what I did find is I found a shower curtain. You look over here, this is actually what I use for my background. I have a black shower curtain behind there, and then because those are windows, it's really the only way that I can adjust this room. So I had to figure out what to do when the light comes on in the daytime at 7 a.m. So what I did was I made shower curtains. So I just put little hooks up on the wall, and now it's super cheap and easy for me to find a shower curtain. So the one thing, if you're going to do this, the one thing that you have to remember is that a large percentage of the shower curtain is not going to be seen. And so you want to have the top half to have some pattern. Very often the bottom half is the part that has the pattern to look pretty in the bathroom. But so I found this awesome one that has fish.
and it's shiny, it's see-through, but it doesn't really make a difference because I have a black curtain back there. And so this was, let me see. So this was $3.99, and because it was a yellow tag today, it was 75% off. So what is that? 40, this is about 80 cents. It was about $1. So I am going to set it up. All right. There we go. So pretty minimal, and I will get a closer look for you so that you can kind of see what it would look like if I was teaching class. So it is going to look like this, which I think is going to look great. On second thought, I may actually just put it in the wash or rinse it off and then air dry it maybe, just because it does look a little wrinkly.
I took that shower curtain down and I washed it, and then while that was drying, I actually put another shower curtain up, and so I have a totally different shower curtain this time. I think it's actually the cutest one that I've gotten so far, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Hi guys, I totally had an awesome day at teaching. Everybody wanted to be there, everybody was focused, and everybody seemed to be having lots of fun. I saw lots of progress in some of my students too, so I was really stoked about that. So my face is red because it is almost November here in Michigan and it is cold, but I took the dog out for a walk because I felt so good. And now as I was walking, I realized like, oh crap, I didn't show them what the background looks like. So this is my background. This camera is very close to me right now, so you can't necessarily see the wrinkles, but whoa, when you are back here, and you can't see my side light, I think it's really appealing, but it's not very busy or anything. So this is just yet another one of my examples. Again, I got this at Volunteers of America. I think I went, which was the second Tuesday of every month. They have everything 50% off. So I think I got this for like another $1. And I also got one more. So I'm sure that you will see this one later too. This one was $4.99, but it was 50% off. So it was $2.50, but I thought it was worth it because check it out. It's really thick and I love the patterns. So this is what the students will see. And again, it's not a pink, it's not like a primary red. So that is what I do for my minimal background. I don't worry about it too much. I make it as neutral as possible. My learning environment is me and my props, not my background, right? And if you have specific things that your company wants, like your reward must be shown, behind you or next to you or in front of you, then even these minimal backgrounds, you can work with that. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to talk about minimal props. And when I think of minimal props, I think of rewards and props. So they can kind of go together. Some companies have their rewards completely integrated into their system, and you give 100 stars or 100 like blasts, or you give AR stickers afterwards, or there's a lot of different ways that things can happen. So if that's the case, then you are very minimal. You don't have to have anything. And maybe you get one thing that is lesson related that then can be used as a prop. So my minimal props have to have at least 2 3, and hopefully 4 reasons why I could use it before I actually even ever think about purchasing or making a prop. So let's go on to the ideas that I have. First idea, number 1, Google Slides. Google Slides are hands down the best thing that has ever happened to a VIP Kids teacher. I know that there's also a Google Slides for, say, ABC, because I also work there, but I'm not going to show you anything about the Google Slides. And the reason is because we take an oath that they stay within the company. It is a private Facebook group, and we want to make sure that the people that have contributed and made the Google Slides are respected by not having everybody just kind of steal their ideas. So I also have heard of others. Google Slide is completely free. I think it's Apples for Stars or Stars for Apples or something like that, which is an app. I think you pay like $10. You show it on your phone. Google Slides you can also show on your phone. What they are is the ability, they're PowerPoint presentations that go with VIP Kid lessons. And they will show pictures and sentence structures and conjugation of verbs so that you can put it onto your screen. So some people will use ManyCam, CamTwist, or I think the other one is OE or OM on their camera of their laptop or whatever they're using, so that it'll actually flash up right on their screen and either cover them or they can be in the picture. So that's one way. The other way is a lot of people will use a supplemental iPad or Kindle, and they will show it on the Kindle or the iPad, so they'll kind of put it up to the screen and show the child. The other way is something that I've definitely used when I'm traveling is I've actually used my phone. So you can just get the Google Slides app and put it on your phone, and then you can show. Like for instance, if somebody's having a difficulty figuring out what farmer and farm is, then Google Slides actually has a picture of a farmer kind of like growing and cutting rice, and then a farm, like a farm with farm animals. So it can kind of maybe cement some understanding in your student's mind very easily with a picture. So I tend to use those. I use them for almost every class, but again, it's only for VIP. There is a Say ABC group. I don't know how large it is. You have to go through a bunch of hoops in order to become a member and actually have access to the Google Slides, and I love it. So that is the first one. The second one that I'm going to give you as an example is this. So, so this is, whoops, let me erase that. So this is what I use. I use it on a regular daily basis, and I have a little pouch, and I actually got this from VIP. It was part of a, like, you know, workshop or something like that, but you can do the same thing in, you can go through and search Google Slides and then print out these. So what it is it's just a bunch of fruit, and what I've done is I've put some Velcro. Oh my gosh, my nails. Oh, it's my nail polish. Oh God, I was like, yikes. So I don't want to show you my nails. So watermelon, let's see. Let me put these on a paper. So watermelon, apples, bananas, oranges, strawberries, pears, and I think that's it, strawberries. And so they had this on a piece of paper. You printed it out, you cut it out. I went to Kinko's and just had them laminate them with a really heavy lamination, really heavy. And then I am ready for class. Again, minimal, right? Stressless. I know where everything is. So this right here is my whiteboard. I got this at the dollar store. So, you know, I can whatever, you know, not, is, whatever, I can write and do all of the things that I normally would do. I usually have an eraser. I then put these Velcros on, and I bet you I could have put like another one for here for ears or something, but I never did it. And I then Velcroed these, and now my whiteboard has a dual purpose. It is now a travel / small reward and my whiteboard. So again, already the second two options that I can do. So super small, super cheap, and it's good to go. So I decide that I have want to give a reward. I will say something along the lines of, what is this? Orange. Orange. Yes. What are these? Strawberries. Good. Good, good, good. Let's pick eyes. Eyes. Orange eye. Strawberry eye. A lot of kids don't know eyebrows until you actually teach them. So it's of course perfect for this one. But I say banana eyebrows, right? 1, 2 bananas. And then I say eyes, eyes. And then we go on, I give them something else, blah, blah, blah. And then I do the same thing for mouth, watermelon, or kids, young kids usually know banana. And then I say, is the face sad or happy? Right? And I do the same thing with this. Do you want the face to be happy or angry? And they get a kick out of it, right? So what else can I use this for? Because remember, my minimal thinking and my stress reduction basically needs me to have many, many, many different reasons to use the exact same reward. So clearly I have fruits, common fruits. I then have common colors. I have shapes for some of them, right? So if I wanted to say circle or round, depending on what your school teaches, and then I can have plural and singular and plural. So eyes, 2 eyes. So then I can count, right? 1 nose. I have anatomical objects, right? And then if I wanted to, I could then go into all of them. So if it's an advanced student, they know the names of the fruits, they know the shapes of the fruits, they know the colors of the fruits, they know the plurals of the fruits. So then I go into feelings, angry, sad, right? I also have gone into this one where I thought this was really cool because they're half apples. And so I said, sleeping, sleepy, right? So now I've gone into actions or verbs too. So I can go into eat. So this is a wonderful thing. Again, you don't have to work at VIP Kid. If you work at VIP Kid, it's in the library section of the rewards. And it's like 2 PDFs. What I did was I just printed it off on a color printer at Kinko's and then said, can you cut this out and laminate it? They did, and I think it was like $4, and I'm like, thank you, because honestly, this is the only laminated besides the day one Meg and Mike and Mom and Dad props that I laminated on the very first day of my mock interview. This is the only thing I've ever laminated. So $4, it's tax deductible. I'm totally fine. So that is my second minimal prop slash reward. Okay. Now, again, this might be the time when you turn off the video because you might think she's crazy. But let me tell you what had happened. So I knew that I was going to be teaching. I knew also that I needed to travel. So I had worked it out and everything. I was very happy that I was going to be traveling and working at the same time. I got to my hotel and realized that the bag that I had like everything in besides my computer, my plug, and my iPad was still at home. So I had like nothing, no whiteboard, nothing. So I was like, okay, so what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? So I picked up plates, and I also picked up like 2 of these. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I did with them, and this is like incredibly, I'm sorry, I'm like falling off my leather chair, incredibly simple, basic, but kids, I could not believe, I was like so freaked out that some parent was gonna complain or something was gonna happen, and I was gonna get like a bad review. I could not believe how many kids were giggling on that day. And I use it now. I go to the dollar store and I just get them. So here's the first thing. The first thing I did was I actually wrote something because I had a lot of trials. So I wrote, my name is, and then just wrote it like that. Okay. So people, like, I used it as a whiteboard, okay? So that was one thing. So then, this is what I used for my reward. So, I know this sounds and looks really ridiculous, but remember, these kids, some of them are 4 and 5 years old. This is what they do. They do crafts at their home, and this is it. So, for the reward, they did the same kind of face. And at the end, what I started to do was I started to poke holes because then I could use it for, I see you, I see a tree, I see, and they just got such a kick out of it. I would draw, eyes. And then I would say like, eyes, right? And then, round eyes, right? And I see you, okay? Then what I started to do was, and I'm a horrible drawer, like don't even think. So then I started to draw glasses, and then I started to draw a question mark for the older students, that is a nose, right? And then if I had a student that was like either doing really well or we were taking a shorter period of time, what I did was I drew a mouth, right? And I drew teeth. So they would get, teeth. Okay? Right? And then I would say, is this a boy or a girl? Because boys will be like, I'll be like, do you want the boy to have hair? Oh, he has hair, right? Or if it's a girl, I usually would create whatever they look like. So like the one that I can think of is that she had bangs. I was like, oh, it's you. I see you. And okay, you think that it's stupid. And I thought the same thing. But, and look, I have 2 markers. I didn't even use 2 markers because really you know, I didn't have to at this point. So that's my other, and I'm almost embarrassed to show it, but it has really, really helped me, you know, when I'm traveling. It helps me so that I don't have all these like little pieces all over the place. It's a way to reduce stress on myself and really connect with my students. So those are my 3 minimal props. I do have others. So if you liked this video, please like it, maybe comment. Comment what you liked, comment what you don't think you could do, what you could do, and subscribe. Click on the notifications so that you will know as soon as I have uploaded a new video. And hopefully go to my website, sign up for my newsletter, check out my income blogs. I have everything on my website that shows you for the last almost 2 years what I have made every month and which companies have given me the most money and how I diversify and my ideas of the trends and my thoughts for the month, all kinds of things. I am so happy that you have found me, and I hope that you have enjoyed this and watch more videos. And I will see you next time. Bye.